Well, all right! Welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here in the world-famous As It Should Be studios. And, we also have Crystal Durant.
Hello!
And Tommy Von Voigt.
Hello!
All right.
Hello.
And, today we are going to do an album review.
Woo!
Yeah, that's right. We're going to do an album review because every 5 weeks or so we do album reviews, and, each of us takes turns choosing albums. Well, this week, or this time, it is my choice.
Paul's turn.
And I have chosen, where did I put it? The self-titled debut by Lake, a band called Lake.
Guten Tag.
Yes.
That's not what it's called. It's just called Lake.
I don't think it's called that.
They're German, though.
Something like that. So where's a good spot for it to be seen? Okay, okay. Maybe I'll have to cut this part out. There we go. Whatever. All right, so, I believe Crystal starts, actually.
Oh, I do?
You do, and then we're going to go to Tommy, and I'm going to go last because it was my choice.
Okay. All right. Here's my review of Lake by Lake. Lake! So, so here is, he tells us what it is, and so I immediately look it up, and I'm thinking, wow, what's up with that album cover?
Yeah, well, if you look up there, they have a whole, kind of like Chicago, and like they have this series of covers that are like that.
And my initial thought was, that's ugly.
Yeah.
Who knows what it's going to sound like. So I first wrote down, here's another album that does not sound the way that the cover looks. Like last time, when, what was that? What was the band that we did?
Aviary.
Yeah. So I put it on, I started listening to it, headphones in my ears, and my overall kind of feel is that it's 70s yacht rock-ish, easy listening-ish, some Emerson, Lake and Palmer keys-ish, a little disco-ish, kind of Styx-ish, a little Supertrampy, a little New Orleans. I don't know.
New Orleans?
Yeah, Orleans. So here's the song-by-song rundown. I didn't write a lot because Paul's going to have a lot more to say, which is fine. So the first song is called On the Run. And as soon as this guy opened his mouth, I immediately thought of Elton John.
Oh, interesting.
He sounds like Elton John to me, like 70s Elton John.
I can kind of see that. That never occurred to me, but I can kind of see where you're coming from.
Yeah, he definitely sounds like 70s Elton John, like first or second album Elton John to me. And I like the song. The second song, Sorry to Say. Sorry the sex was fun. I hope you had fun. Someone else will dig you. This is like one of the weirdest breakup fuck off songs I've ever heard.
Well, it's just kind of like, dude, I'm a rock dude on the road. We just fucked.
Oh, well.
You're lucky you got that. Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
The 70s thing.
Starfucker, girl, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. It just, like, I didn't really listen to the lyrics the first time I listened to it. And then the second time around, I looked up the words and I was like, wow. This is really like, damn.
It takes on a whole different turn if you actually know what he's saying,
The third song, called Time Bomb, the tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock metronome thing. Time bomb, time bomb, time bomb, time bomb. It sort of bothered me a little bit, but then I was like, oh no, this is kind of clever and odd. I like it, I hate it. It's ABBA-ish to me.
What bothered you, the tick-tock?
The tick-tock, yeah.
Yeah. Initially
it's like, can you stop that? Or just do it like 5 times and then stop doing it or something. I felt like it didn't need to be there the whole time. It was like having a very loud metronome in the background. But then I was like, oh, you know what? Okay, it's kind of clever. I'm not that mad at it. Chasing Colors. I didn't write anything about this song because it's really, I like it. I like the song. But nothing really struck me that hard about it. Like, I like the lyrics, I like the melody, I like the song, but nothing kind of jumped out at me to say anything in particular about it. Do I Love You? It's a love song. It's a love song. I love you like a river that flows out to the sea.
It's poetry, man.
It's poetry.
Poetry.
Man. It is poetry. And like the other bands I described at the beginning, it's like a mishmash of all this stuff, which doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense. Key to the rhyme, and key to the rhyme. The melody is really great. The lyrics threw me a little bit at the beginning, but then I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. Question real quick. Who was the main songwriter? Was it one person, or did they?
Well, I'm not really sure. I think it was one of those situations where like the guitar player, whatever his name is, I don't remember, off Conti or whatever his last name is, wrote a lot of the music, and then the singer wrote the lyrics. Okay.
Yeah. Again, like, not really an Elton John vibe, but the singer-songwriter energy came through to me. So it made me feel like one person wrote the whole thing. I don't know why. But that's just how it came off to me. Jesus Come Down. That is a really weird religious song.
It is really weird.
And it's so strange being on this album, because it sounds like a theme song for a cult. In a way, you know?
For a cult of Supertramp fans.
Yeah, like it's very 70s cultish sounding to me. Like if you went to if you were at a concert and it was like a young rock band, and this actually happened to me when I was a kid. What the hell was the name of that? They were like the Freedom Singers or something like that, and they went to schools and did rock concerts. This is 1976, 77, and if you're not listening very closely, it's like, oh yeah, these are fun songs, whoopee! But then you realize it's like Jesus, Jesus, Jesus,
yeah.
Jesus, Jesus.
There's something insidious going on.
Going on there. It's like in your brain, Jesus, Jesus. So I just thought it was very weird, and it should not be on this record. It's just out of place to me. Number 8, Between the Lines. This is the Emerson, Lake and Palmer keys. Not quite diddly diddly diddly, but sort of. And then I get like a little early Hall & Oates kind of vibe.
Huh.
Funky drum breakdown.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right? Okay. So overall, the first listen, it sounded very monochromatic to me. Like there was nothing super high, there was nothing super low, there was nothing punching me in the face. Like it was all very the same. And then the second listen, there were some highs and some lows, not low being bad, but I'm just talking about energy-wise. But overall, it's this monochromatic feeling. It all feels very much the same. I like it. It's not boring. It doesn't drag. Because you know how some albums, it's just like a dial tone? This is not a dial tone because of all these kooky elements going on. So I like it. It's just, it's a good, it kept me calm on the train. It's a good record to like relax and chill to. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's a relax and chill.
It was a relax and chill record. And, it's not, like I said, it's a little yacht rocky. It's all those things, but it's not one of those things. It's all of those things. So it's very interesting to me. I like it. I give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs aloft.
Yes.
Thumbs aloft.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. All right. Well, then that is Crystal's.
That's my take.
That's her take.
My hot take.
Your hot take. All right. Well, we got a hot commercial.
Get yourself ready for a trip through McDonald's land.
One day, Ronald and his pal Billy were fishing for Filet-O-Fish sandwiches in Filet-O-Fish Lake, when suddenly...
Uh-oh, there's trouble afloat, Billy. It's Captain Crook, the crooked pirate.
All right, me mateys. Hand over all those tender golden Filet-O-Fish sandwiches you've got.
demanded Captain Crook.
Never!
Said Billy, and with that, Ronald cast his line into the crooked pirate's boat, pulled out its crooked plug.
I'm sunk!
Cried Crook as he floundered in the water.
I'm hungry,
said Ronald, as he and Billy sat down to eat the delicious Filet-O-Fish sandwiches they had caught in Filet-O-Fish Lake.
In McDonald's land of McDonald's, in McDonald's
All right,
And
we are
we're back.
And
It's
well, I
Tommy's
guess it is
turn.
Tommy's turn to review the Lake album.
Come on, Tommy. What do you think?
I wrote a whole bunch of stuff. So, what I wrote was, Paul just hit me with another record I'd never ever heard of, and from the first note of the opening song, On the Run, I'm left wondering why nobody told me about this sooner. I'm hearing super fun, disco-tinged prog rock, and it's brilliantly produced. Can they keep this up on the rest of the record? Let's see.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
3.
Track 2, Sorry to Say. This track worried me a little at the start. Damn it, they sure turned this around in the chorus. The disco groove is gone, but I can't hold that against them. I mean, technically I could, but I won't.
You could choose
I could choose to hold it against them. I won't right now, though.
All right.
Track 3, Time Bomb. God damn, the intro to this is gorgeous. This track is like if Supertramp didn't annoy me to the point of anger. Number 4, Chasing Colors. I'm even hearing very subtle shades of Boston on this track. It's like Boston guitar solos on proggy dreamy pop with vocals that sound like they stacked and bounced 48 fucking tracks of harmonies. Zero complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boston-y. Yeah, you're right.
Do I Love You? Another solid, beautiful track. Key to the Rhyme. All right, finally get to a song I don't really care for, but damn, it sure does sound incredible regardless. Jesus Came Down. Not feeling the title, and it gave me pause for concern going into this song. It's not bad, not the strongest song on the record, though. And finally, we get to Between the Lines. Alright, these guys can do wrong. Fuck this meandering, directionless bullshit of a song. Okay, so it goes out on a low point for me, but side one of this record hits hard as fuck, and I'm absolutely there for it. That's
Yeah,
my review.
I was imagining that side, at least side one of that record was going that you were at least gonna like it.
Oh, yes.
You weren't gonna be like equating that with like, Ain't But the One Way.
No. No, they chose a different way.
They chose the right way.
Yeah,
way.
this was a really unexpected listen, honestly. Like I said, I'd literally never heard of the band, the album, any of this at all, in any capacity.
Well, when I told you guys that this was the album we were doing, I also mentioned that I had ideally not wanted to do this one as my next pick, and that was simply because I felt it was maybe a little too close to the Aviary album style-wise. It isn't the same thing; it's a different thing, but it's a little too close. I would have rather have done something that's completely different from that. But
I mean, sonically, they could have been tracked in the same studio. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's got a lot of shades of that same sound that I was
yeah.
gushing about on the
Yeah.
Aviary production.
But I mean, it's different enough. But
Yeah.
I would have preferred to do something more different than that. So this
Sure.
ideally would have been my pick, maybe the next time around or the time after that. But yeah, all right,
Yeah.
all right. Well, all right. Well, there you go. That is Tommy's review of the Lake album, and well, I guess yeah, we're still gonna go to commercial, even though it's been 2 minutes.
This wine always takes me back. It was the end of that summer up at the lake, and that last day when Nancy tried to say goodbye. We came back to a very special wine, a light, fruity, honest wine. Remember that time when we
At the lake?
Lake Country Wine from Taylor. Wine that tastes as fresh as its name.
Okay, all right. Well, it is now my turn
We're back.
to review the Lake album. Let's find out if I liked it.
I hope so.
Do I love it more and more? Okay, all right. So, Lake, released in Germany in 1976, but here in the U.S. in 1977. It's American West Coast influenced rock and pop by a German band with a British singer, James Hopkins-Harrison. Great, catchy, subtly proggy pop songs with top-notch musicianship and lush, almost Hollies-like vocal harmonies.
Oh yeah, Hollies. Now, how did you find this record?
Well, I'm getting to that.
Oh, you will. Okay.
Okay, I probably should have put the bit where I talked about discovering it first, but whatever. It's out of order.
That's fine.
Discogs labels this album as AOR, soft rock, prog rock. Your mileage may vary. I don't know if but I discovered this album in the 2000s during the golden era of rampant downloading. There were certain blogs I regularly visited, and I discovered so many records. This was just one of the many albums I decided to give a shot simply because I could, and it blew me away. Immediately picked up a copy, as well as their second and third records. Like the Aviary album we reviewed a few weeks back, it's incredible that an album of this quality slipped through the cracks, but it did actually make it to 92 on the charts. Unlike Aviary, though, they actually continue to make albums, and the others are good, but this one stands head and shoulders above the others. And on to the tracks. On the Run, the opening track. Funky keyboard-driven opener with some pretty rocking guitar fills. Very Pablo Cruz-ish, with lyrics written from the point of view of an Old West fugitive. Yeah, it's total Pablo Cruz.
Cruz, yeah.
With the wind behind my back. Yeah. Second track, Sorry to Say. Catchy, upbeat AOR pop song with dual keyboards and strong vocals. You know, I really like this second track a lot. But there's something about it where I think I almost sit with it the way as much, and I like it probably, I think I like it much more than you do, but in a way I sit where you sit with it, where I don't know really what to say about it. There's something about it that isn't, it's not very describable.
Yeah.
And, but I really like the track. Anyway, but track 3, the song that I woke up this morning with it in my head, Time Bomb, Time Bomb, Time Bomb, Time Bomb, blah, 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 blah. I don't know the words. Yeah. But yeah, Supertramp meets Yes, with a time bomb ticking as an audible click track throughout, much to Crystal's chagrin. The only even remotely successful single here in the US, and one of the very few that they ever issued here. It rose to only 83, but it sounds like a bona fide hit to me. It makes no sense that this isn't a song that everyone knows from that time. I mean, how catchy. Like I'm sitting on a time bomb, baby. Yeah. The first time I heard that, I'm like, I felt like I'd heard it before, and I had never heard it before. Right. You know what I mean?
It is very much that.
Yeah. The next song, Chasing Colors. This was the B-side of Time Bomb, but to my ears, it could have been its own A-side. Bouncy, upbeat pop tune with prog-like flourishes. This album is basically one catchy chorus after another, almost every damn song. But this one kind of reminds me of a 70s Styx chorus, basically. The world is passing by. Like, I could totally hear that being a Styx song. One of their good songs.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, not Mr. Roboto. Not Don't Let It In.
Oh.
So the last song on side 1 is Do I Love You. Ooh, man, do I love this song. Little River Band meets Journey power ballad vibes with incredible soaring vocal harmonies. In fact, I can so hear Greg Raleigh playing the piano part and singing the verses on this. I thought, had the band hit with Time Bomb, this would have made an excellent follow-up single. Turns out it was indeed a single in Germany and the UK, but not here. I have no idea. Did it do well in those markets? I don't know. It should have been a hit. But anyway, yeah, no, it's great. And on to side 2. Now, I like this whole album, but I agree with Tommy. It is all about side 1. I like side 2 much more than Tommy does, but fuck, it's all about side 1. Side 1 is just wham, bam, bam, bam. But yeah, Key to the Rhyme, you know, I like that. That's the one song on side 2 that I like just about as much as the first side. I really like that. Yet another upbeat, catchy AOR pop gem. While every track, I feel, has its own hooks and its own identity, I feel compelled to use the same words to describe them all. But I can imagine hearing nearly every one of these songs on the radio. This album's like a collection of greatest hits that never were, to me. But then next is Jesus Came Down. I've noticed most people point to this as the weakest track on the album, but I disagree. Maybe people are put off by the title, or maybe the lyrics. I mean, you know, the lyrics are a little off-putting. It's a nice mid-tempo change of pace about Jesus coming back only to be disappointed with how things have gone. And there's even a chorus modulation at the end. What the fuck more could you want? Alright, and then the last track, Between the Lines, the longest and proggiest track on the album with an all-out jam at the end, which the more prog-oriented listeners will love. My least favorite, but still a good one. There isn't a single track on this album that I don't like, and almost all of them I absolutely love. Any number of songs from this album can get stuck in my head, and sometimes several of them at the same time. So, yeah. There you go. That's,
Lake.
That's Lake. For Christ's sake. You know, I was looking this up, trying to get some information about it and find, just reading up on the record or whatever, and I'm going, why is all this Emerson, Lake and Palmer shit coming up? I would get like little things, drips and drabs of this, but it was mostly Emerson, Lake and Palmer, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Greg Lake, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Lake people.
Give it a listen.
Give it a listen. All right, and it's inexpensive. I mean, I think you can still find this in the dollar bin now if you run into it. Not that you should, but yeah. So, all right. On to commercial?
Yeah.
I think it's commercial, right? Yeah, commercial, yeah.
Help keep this part of your bathroom clean and fresh with improved automatic Tidy Bowl. Only Tidy Bowl has the freshness of lemon and the power of borax to clean and deodorize. So Tidy Bowl is even tougher on stains, tougher on odors. Tidy Bowl with lemon fresh borax works hard between scrubbings to leave your bathroom lemon fresh and sparkling clean. Get Tidy Bowl in original blue or new economy size.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh,
hi.
All right. We're
yeah.
getting out of here now. Thank you for watching our review of the Lake album, and thank you. How do I usually do this? I think I usually ask. I say thank you for subscribing. That's next, right?
Yes.
And thank you. Consider subscribing. There's that. But if you do, click the little bell for notifications. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of this. Yeah, but come back next week.
What are we doing?
Let's find out. I keep doing this. Oh, yes, next week we're going to have another far too late tribute to a fallen hero. We're going to be doing our top 20 Beach Boys songs. Yes, Brian Wilson, of course, passed away weeks ago at this point, but you know, we shoot these things in advance, so it's very, very difficult to be up to the minute, you know, if we're going to be addressing current events, that's tough for us to be on time with that stuff. So
we're not as topical as a magazine.
Yes,
honestly.
we're as topical. Yes, there you go. So yeah, come back next week to see us discuss our top 20 favorite Beach Boys songs. Hopefully we will see you then.
Yeah, we'll see you then. Bye.
Do you see a stain on this shirt? Like right down here?
No.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking is because last week I was cat sitting in Pete and Kara's place, Royce Peterson's place, and I was in the kitchen and they had this baggie. Not a baggie, but Kara has like this powdered green tea, like that's in a resealable bag, and I was like, oh. I open it up and I'm like, smelling it. Oh, wow, okay. And I seal it up, and that's all I fucking did. And then going and doing other stuff, and I see that some of the powder got onto the counter. I'm like, oh fuck, wow, okay, I don't know how that happened, but I wiped it down. You know, go do something else, get into the refrigerator, do something else, and then I see some on the floor. I'm like, oh wow, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, all right, so I wiped that up, and then then later on, I go into the bathroom and I look in the mirror, and it's like all down my shirt, like this green tea powder. I'm like, the fuck's going on? It's like every time, like an hour or two later, like every couple of hours, I would notice it somewhere else. I'm like, all I did was open that shit and smell it and close it again, but apparently it exploded. I'm like, and then like the next day, I go over to the microwave and there's some like on them. I thought I had wiped it up, but it was all over the microwave. I'm like,
good lord,
Jesus Christ, am I gonna find it in my ass next? I'm like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck?
It's like sand.
You never ever should have opened that to smell it.
I'm like, man. I was like, okay, well, I was gonna make some, but I am not opening.
No, you don't want to touch that.
I'm not opening that.
You'll be finding it in the back of your fridge here in this apartment somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had to take this shirt into the bathroom and like wash it with hand soap and try to get it because it almost looked like it was gonna stain.
Oh yeah.
You know. All right. Now that is some B-roll right there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. So let's go. Two, three.
Well, all right.